Hi everyone, welcome to Enfamil's live event. Thank you so much for joining us virtually. We're just going to give everyone a chance to get logged on. Again, just welcome. This is Enfamil's live event. We're so excited to kick things off. It's going to be a lot of fun. So all you guys need to do is just get ready to watch and shop. I'm going to give everyone just a few more minutes to log on. All right, while we're waiting for everyone else to join us, if you want to just put a little comment in telling us where you're watching from, that would be awesome. That way we can know where everyone is. And again, if you're just joining us, welcome to Enfamil's live event. We're so excited to have you here joining us virtually. We will definitely kick things off here in just a few minutes. But while we're waiting for everyone else to join in, like I said earlier, if you just want to comment and let us know where you're watching from, that would be super helpful. Just a few more minutes and we'll kick it off. Gonna give everybody a chance to join. Everyone just get ready because we're gonna do a lot of chatting and shopping. All right, it looks like we have enough people here to get started. So who's ready? I know I am. I'm super excited. Again, a big welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining Enfamil's live event tonight. And as I'm sure you guys all know, we have a super special celebrity guest joining us. So we have actress, singer, and new mom, Ashley Tisdale. She'll be on in just a few minutes. But before we do get her on here, I want to make sure that I share with you a special code that's exclusive just for you all watching us tonight. So you'll see pinned as a comment the code Ashley20, and so that code is ASHLEY20. And again, that is your special code just for joining us here tonight. That'll get you big savings at checkout. So if you head over to enfamil.com, shop around, when you're ready to check out, use that code, and you'll get 20% off of the entire Inspire line, 15% off of Enfamil NeuroPro Infant, Enfamil NeuroPro Genelese, NeuroPro Sensitive, as well as some of your other favorites like Enfagrow, Nutramigen, vitamins, and supplements. And with that same code, if you spend over $50, you will get free shipping. So to redeem your discount, just head over to enfamil.com, shop around, and when you're ready to check out, use that code that you're seeing pinned on the screen below me. Use that code Ashley20. So that's ASHLEY20. And that'll get you big savings. While Ashley and I are chatting, if you need additional information on the promo that we're doing, you can go to www.enfamil.com/livestream-event. So that's where you can go if you want to find out more about the promo that we're doing. And then lastly, if you have a question about an Enfamil product throughout this live event, if you just want to send a direct message to us here on Instagram, on Enfamil's account, our moderators will get back to you as soon as they can. So while we wait for Ashley to pop on, I should probably introduce myself too. So hi everyone, I'm Gina Robinette. I'm Enfamil's nutritionist and sales training specialist. And I live here in Oklahoma, but I get to work with nutrition experts from all over the US. And as a dietitian, I've gotten to work with other dietitians, of course, doctors, nurses, moms, babies, kiddos in the hospital, everyone. Just always trying to provide the best nutrition for everyone at all different stages of life. And I really love learning about the relationship between nutrition and the brain. And I'm just super proud to work for a company that's been researching this for over 100 years. And so we're going to have a lot of fun talking about Enfamil tonight. So you guys know everything there is to know about me, and I'm going to turn it over to you. It's your turn. Are you new to the Enfamil family, or do you already have an Enfamil baby in the home? Just comment and let me know. And also, if you just joined, comment and let me know where you're watching from. So who here has an Enfamil baby in their home, or if you're new? Nice. It looks like we have a good mix here, which is perfect. No wrong answer, right? Welcome, everyone. So to our new Enfamil friends, I do recommend going to enfamil.com and signing up for Enfamil Family Beginnings. Enfamil Family Beginnings is a fantastic program. It will get you $400 in free gifts, as well as access to this super supportive community that'll be there with you throughout pregnancy and parenthood. And you can do that right on our Enfamil website to sign up for Enfamil Family Beginnings. All right. Are you guys telling me where you're from? That's great. Awesome. Use Enfamil with all your babies. I love it. Thank you. And it looks like now it's time for Ashley to join us. And I'm so excited to have actress and singer Ashley Tisdale here. She's passionate about health and wellness and empowering others just to be the happiest, healthiest, absolute best versions of themselves. As a new mom, she's learning how to decide what's best for her daughter. And she's here with us tonight to talk about her experiences in hopes that she can help other new moms, other parents in their own journeys. Thank you so much for joining us, Ashley.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
We're so excited to have you here today. And first, I just want to say congratulations on sweet Jupiter. She's absolutely precious.
Oh, thank you. She is so cute.
I love it. Is there anything you can share about her, particularly what she's been up to and what it's like being a new mom?
Yeah, well, she broke her record for tummy time yesterday, so that was a big milestone because she was very fussy in the beginning. And so that's been something really cool to watch her just go longer and longer and longer. But being a new mom is great. I mean, I feel like now that she's 3 months old, we're in that kind of like groove and versus the first couple weeks. So it's really it's awesome. It's like it's just amazing. Just seeing your baby do things for the first time is pretty epic.
Yep, absolutely. And she's at such a fun age. I'm sure you're just trying to cherish every minute of it with her.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so I know you've been pretty open about some hurdles you faced when it came to feeding. Would you mind maybe talking a bit about that?
Yes, yeah. So basically in probably like the second day in the hospital, she was having trouble breastfeeding and she was not latching. And so um, she was really frustrated, which then made my cortisol go up. And then I was like stressed and feeling frustrated. And I thought maybe it was just because like, maybe my nipples were swollen and like it would get better. And so I tried for a good 2 weeks and it was not getting better. And so I think that like for myself, I kept on seeing that she wasn't having a great experience feeding, and everyone always talks about like that's the best part. And so I was just like, well, it's just not really happening for us. And so I remember turning to my husband and being like, I feel like we're striving and not thriving. And it was so important to me that Jupiter has a positive experience around feeding. So one of those people that like when I make a decision, I just go for it. And so I was just like, that's it. We're going to formula. And so I did my due diligence of researching, and I found Inspire by Enfamil, which is why I'm here today. And I was just like, it just made me feel so good to know that there are other options out there, but specifically that Inspire was, the formula that's the closest to breast milk because of lactoferrin, and the key ingredients that help Jupiter with her growth and her motor skills and her reaching her milestones, like just put me at ease. And also crazy, but I actually was fed Enfamil when I was a baby. So it was kind of like funny how I chose this formula. And then my mom told me after, she was like, you were on Enfamil. And I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, it just became so much easier. And I think in those first couple weeks when you are really going through it physically as a mom and as a new mom and trying to like figure everything out. I was just like, it was probably the biggest hurdle for us, and it was just so relieving when I just went to formula, and she loved it and has been doing great on it. So I was excited to partner up with Enfamil specifically because of that.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. And I'm certain that many of our viewers can relate to your experience. And you're right, you definitely did your homework on this. Inspire's ingredients, which include prebiotics and a global expert recommended amount of DHA, are super important for helping to build babies' cognitive development as well as immune health. And Inspire was actually named Best Baby Formula by The Bump for 2 years in a row. So I know we probably have some fans of The Bump on here. Anyone want to comment and show some love for The Bump?
I'm definitely a fan of the bump.
Nice. I knew we'd have at least one. Awesome. I do see we have some Bump fans. Oh, and everyone's still telling me where they're tuning in from. Fantastic. Yeah, so Inspire also has, like you said, added lactoferrin, which is a protein that's naturally found in colostrum and human milk, and it's believed to be one of the best ingredients in formula. So is there anything else that stood out to you as far as Inspire goes, Ashley?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you just said. It was just knowing that, having peace of mind, knowing that this was the closest to breast milk, and also that it's the number one recommended pediatrician formula. So I think that once I saw all of those things, I was just like really excited and excited to try it. And it was like, obviously choosing formulas are always like, you just don't know. And the fact that she loved it and took so well to it. I mean, it's such a trusted brand. And like I said, the fact that I actually was on it, I was like, I think it's amazing. So that's pretty good for me. I'm like, I turned out okay.
Yes, you sure did. That's great. And Inspire, yeah, it's the first and only US formula to add lactoferrin. So another question for everyone that's watching, have you heard of lactoferrin before now? Maybe just comment yes or no. I don't think there's a lactoferrin emoji, but if there is, please.
That would be amazing.
Let's see what we get. Yes or no if you've heard of lactoferrin. Hopefully some of you have, but some of you haven't. No, so great.
Good no.
We're learning here. Like I said, it's a protein. It's found in colostrum and it's found in mature milk. And it's the second most abundant protein in human milk. It helps support the gut health and the immune system. And Inspire, here's Inspire, is patterned after mature breast milk. And so that means that it has an easy to digest 60-40 whey to casein ratio, just like breast milk, which is what we want. Yay!
I'm like,
love it. So it sounds like this was the perfect choice for your daughter, Jupiter, giving her all that she needs as she grows, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, especially with like that Inspire has 5 nutrient benefits that help support her growth. The key ingredients support her immune and gut health, motor skills, attention span, and language development. So I just felt like, I think that once you make that decision, it's just really puts you at ease. And so she's been loving it.
Nice. So happy to hear it. Now, absolutely, you're spot on. I'm always so impressed by the important nutrients in Inspire, just like we were talking about lactoferrin, the DHA, choline, prebiotics. And just to briefly touch on those, the DHA and choline are really important for supporting brain and eye development, while that prebiotic blend is supporting the gut and the immune system. And it's amazing. Like you just said, with just one formula, you really can help her reach those big milestones. And the ingredients in here are clinically shown to provide these benefits that we're talking about.
Awesome.
So can you tell me maybe a little bit about what making the decision to formula feed, what that's been like for Jupiter's dad, your husband?
Yes, it's been amazing. I think that it's one of the benefits. you know, he's gotten to really bond with her, feeding her, and they're so cute together. I mean, Chris is honestly like the best dad. I knew he was going to be a good dad, but like he's like above and beyond, and he's so obsessed with her. And the best part is that I think having a partner that is supportive over these decisions, you know, like when I felt that it just like wasn't going well and it didn't feel right. And for me, I was just basing it off of, you know, Jupiter's cues that, you know, the breastfeeding, it just was like not happening. And I just really loved having a partner that was like so supportive over that decision. And he loves Enfamil as well. Like, you know, we researched it, we made the decision together. So yeah, he's the best.
Oh, nice. Hopefully he's watching and heard that. He does sound
No,
wonderful.
watching her with the baby. So.
Either way, yes. Yeah, you're right. Formula feeding, it does give dads a chance, you know, to bond with their little one. I'm just so happy to hear that Inspire is working out for your wonderful, sweet family and that Jupiter loves it. And for those of you that are watching at home, if you want to stock up on Inspire for your baby or even for your baby on the way, head over to enfamil.com and use the special code Ashley20. So you'll see that in the comments, pinned as a comment, ASHLEY 20, and that'll get you 20% off of Inspire, the whole Inspire line, as well as 15% off of the NeuroPro line. So that'll include NeuroPro Infant, Genelese, Sensitive, as well as Nutramigen, Infagrow, vitamins, and supplements. And if you spend over $50, you'll get free shipping.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a great deal. So comment and let us know if you're doing shopping already. And you can watch and you can chat with us and you can shop at the same time. So head over to Enfamil. And when you get there, you'll see that there are two different options for Inspire. So the blue one that you've seen us holding up and talking about, Inspire Infant, as well as Inspire Genelese. And so the difference between the two is that Genelese is also designed to help ease fussiness, gas, crying, and spit up super fast within 24 hours. All right. So Ashley, thank you so much for chatting with us so far.
Yes.
I heard you're going to come back on here in just a few minutes. Is that right, for a Q&A?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
I'll be back.
Perfect. We'll talk to you in just a bit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So Ashley will be popping back on, I promise, very soon. So be sure to stay on for our Q&A with her. And whether you're a first-time parent or you're an experienced parent, there are always going to be new things to learn, and staying on top of how best to support your child's growth and development through nutrition is always going to be very, very important. But with that said, it's also really good to know about your formula options. And Enfamil does have quite a few. And of course, I won't be able to talk through all of them tonight because we're going to get to the Q&A with Ashley. But I did want to talk about the Enfamil NeuroPro line. So this is Enfamil NeuroPro Infant, and it's the only leading brand with a global expert recommended amount of omega-3 DHA. And it also has easy to digest proteins and an immune supporting dual prebiotic blend. So this is the powder tub that I have here, and you can see inside you have your scoop wrapped in yellow to match. And the tub is refillable, and inside are these little, powder packs. You can buy additional ones of these. But what you won't find in here, there's no table sugar, no artificial growth hormones, and no genetically modified ingredients in here. So this is a great product, and it comes in both this powder as well as a ready-to-feed liquid. So I have this 20-ounce tub here. So again, this is Enfamil NeuroPro Infant, a fantastic choice. And then next, similar to NeuroPro Infant, we also have Enfamil NeuroPro Genelese. And this is made for fussy babies with sensitive bellies. So in addition to the expert recommended amount of omega-3 DHA, like I talked about with infant, Genelese is specifically designed to help ease fussiness, gas, crying, and spit up within 24 hours. So this is a great option if you're looking to help comfort your little one super fast. This is Enfamil NeuroPro Gentilese, and again, this is the powder tub. You have your scoop in here, and it's refillable. This is the powder pack in there. So this one comes in powder, just like the infant, and I have a liquid here, the 6-ounce ready to feed liquid for you. And the infant comes in liquid as well. And then lastly, there's Enfamil NeuroPro Sensitive, which again has the brain building omega-3 DHA, except this one's made for babies with lactose sensitivity. So this is the only leading brand with that expert recommended amount of omega-3 DHA and minimal lactose. So inside here, you have your little scoop again, wrapped in orange to match, and it's a refillable powder tub. And you can buy these additional powder packs, fill it right up. And this one's available in powder. They're inside here, inside the formula, the ingredients include vitamin C and vitamin E, which are going to help support the immune system. So again, this one's available in powder. And this is Enfamil NeuroPro Sensitive. You can still save on Inspire. So you guys have that code Ashley20, and that's very exclusive code just for you all watching tonight. And you'll see it in the comments. So you can use that code to save on Inspire 20%. These NeuroPro products that I talked about, or some of your other Enfamil favorites like Enfagrow, Nutramigen, vitamins, supplements. And with this code, this ASHLEY20, you'll also get free shipping if you spend over $50. So the code should still be pinned on the screen below me as a comment if you forget, because I know you guys are anxious to hear from Ashley again. And I'm thinking it's about time for the Q&A with Ashley. So if you have a question for her, just make sure you ask it in the comments. And while Ashley's joining, if you love Inspire, maybe comment with a blue heart. If you love Enfamil NeuroPro Infant, maybe comment with a yellow heart. And if you love Enfamil NeuroPro Gentilese, send out a purple heart. All right, we'll get Ashley on here in just a few minutes. And remember, you can still save. So this is a good time while we're waiting for her to jump back on. This is a good time to shop around and use that code that we have for you all tonight. The code will be good for a little bit later, but it's just for a very short time. So again, visit enfamil.com and use that code at checkout. And let's see if we have any good questions coming through. Oh, nice. Everyone's got their hearts. I love it. I see a lot of purple hearts. There's some blue hearts. And some questions. We have someone that mixes the two. That's great. All right. Hang tight while we get Ashley on here. Yeah, and make sure you're sending in the questions. Great. I see a lot of purple hearts, yellow hearts. Fantastic. So yeah, remember, you guys can head over to enfamil.com right now and use that code at checkout. All right, I think we have Ashley back on.
Hello.
Hi, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming back on to help me wrap things up.
Of course.
Do you think you have a little bit of time to answer some questions from us at Enfamil, as well as some that have come in the comments?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. All right, first up, what steered you to Enfamil in the first place?
Well, like I said, I did my due diligence on researching and just seeing all the key ingredients I felt really great about, and the fact that it's the #1 trusted formula by a pediatrician, and also the fact that I used it as a baby and my sister actually fed Michaela, my niece, it. So it just felt right. And yeah, and so that's how I chose it.
Yep, absolutely. Another question for you. Were you nervous to make the switch to formula feeding?
No, I wasn't. I think it's just because of the journey that I was having, and it feeling not right and being stressful, that it was really just like for me it was just like I need to find something that's better than this situation, because it was just not a great experience around feeding time for me and Jupiter, and I really wanted to have that experience. So there was no nervousness. I just like knew and intuitively knew that it wasn't working out for us, the breastfeeding. So I was just like, okay. And it was the best decision I made. Like, I feel like I should have made it sooner, but I'm glad we're here.
Yep, your timing was spot on. Exactly what worked for you and Jupiter. What advice would you give to someone who might feel guilty about making the switch to formula feeding?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that is why I partnered up with Enfamil, was because I think there is a stigma around breastfeeding, and that's like the only way and the best way, which I think is not true. And it's obviously hard on moms that are having difficulty breastfeeding and it's just not working out for them. So I just really wanted to share my experience with Jupiter and show that there are other options and they are just as great. And to not feel guilty, because that's like, don't put something on you just like, just because people make you feel a certain way. It's like, I think we kind of sometimes get in our own way. And really, we should just be listening to our baby's cues and what they need. And if we just make it about them and kind of release the fears and the thoughts of what other people might think, then I think you actually will know exactly what you need to do.
Yep, absolutely. Let me see. I have a good one here from the comments. What's been the hardest part of being a new mom?
Hardest part. Well, I mean, I would say the breastfeeding part was very hard. That was our tough moment. Um, but I don't feel like anything has been really that difficult since. I think that I've learned a lot of patience. I was not the most patient person before, but I feel like Jupiter is teaching me patience, and I think that that's something that is new. But I think that we are now, now that she's 3 months, we're in that like groove, and she's been doing so well, and especially obviously growing. So it's amazing how as they start to get to a certain age and a certain weight, like things like the witching hour stops, and you're like, oh, thank God. Because I thought that was going to go on forever.
That's great. So kind of along the same lines, another good question that came in was, how's Jupiter sleeping?
She's sleeping good. She's sleeping. She hasn't obviously gone through like a whole, the whole night. She still wakes up for feedings, but she's doing really, really good. Uh, she's a good sleeper. She's definitely like, there is no kind of, we have her on this like hour and a half playtime, awake, feeding, and the hour and a half sleep. I use a book called Moms on Call, so I go by their schedule, and that's just been really working out for like me and my husband to have like an outline of what we should be doing. But she's been doing really good.
Great. That's so good to hear. So another question was asking, what's been the most rewarding thing about motherhood? And I feel like you've answered that. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
I mean, just looking at her. She's just the cutest thing. It's like, it's fun after a work day, just being able to like hang out with her and be with her. And I mean, even I've been doing a lot of stuff today with press. And so I got to just kind of like jump and have 15 minutes and just like cuddle her. And she's just the best. I mean, like, the smell is so like, I love it. It's just, she's the cutest.
Love it. So cute. All right, let's see what else we have that have come in from the comments from everyone watching. Would you want to share how you came up with the name Jupiter Iris?
Yes. So Jupiter, I actually came up with a year before I even got pregnant. It was just something that I think it was inspired by some picture, maybe. I can't really remember, but I had mentioned it to Chris, being like, oh, what do you think about the name Jupiter? And it was gender neutral, and obviously I wasn't pregnant at the time, so I just felt like that's a cool name. And I kind of put it in the back of my head. And then obviously when I got pregnant, we had a name that we both liked. And then when we found out she was a girl, Chris did the middle name since I got to do the first name, and he named it Iris. So she's Jupiter Iris. And it's just like, it's so her. It's so funny. And weirdly, my mom used to sing me a song, and when I was like little, and she would like put my stockings on, she used to sing the song that was like, hands up, reach for the stars, there goes Jupiter, there goes Mars. So my mom obviously thinks it's really about that. And I was like, okay, whatever. Sure, mom. But weirdly, at Thanksgiving last year, my mother-in-law said that she used to sing that same song to Chris. And I was like, that is so wild. So I just feel like Jupiter's name was just like meant to be.
Wow, absolutely. I would say that that's an absolute fact. She was meant to be Jupiter Iris.
Yes.
That's a good story. I'm glad someone asked that. All right. Let me check the comments and make sure we're doing okay. Yeah, so any last thoughts that you actually think we should add?
I mean, I am just grateful for finding Inspire and Enfamil and being able to share my journey with everybody. I hope that I give someone who might be having struggles with breastfeeding or difficulty or feeling guilty about not having a great breastfeeding journey, that there are other options and that this is working for us. And hopefully I just, yeah, help someone feel a little less scared at being, a new mom or a mom and needing another option besides breastfeeding.
I know this has been very helpful, Ashley. We've loved having you on here, sharing your story. So again, thank you so much for coming on and talking about Inspire and Jupiter and
Yeah.
motherhood with me. It's been an absolute delight.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yep, you are an absolute amazing mother and role model. So everyone, as Ashley signs off, maybe we could send her some love in the comments with a little heart emoji, if you would. Thank you so much, Ashley. It was great talking to you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. If you haven't done so yet, now's the time to shop on Enfamil.com to get big savings for you. And as a reminder, the code is Ashley20. That code is ASHLEY20. And you should see it pinned as a comment below as a reminder. So that code will get you 20% off of the Inspire line, as well as 15% off of the Enfamil Neuro Pro line. And you can get 15% off of the Enfagrow, Nutramigen, vitamins, and supplements. And if you spend over $50, you'll get free shipping with that code. So a lot of big savings. And again, this is exclusive just for you all for watching tonight. We've had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for chatting with us, commenting, putting your emojis in the comments. I really appreciate it. And it's great to be able to see where everyone's watching from. So remember, this code is exclusive for you all tonight, and it's only going to be there for a short time. So be sure you write it down. Make sure you don't forget Ashley20 so you can shop before it's gone. And that's all we have for you guys tonight. Thank you again for joining us, and make sure that you stay tuned for more events from Enfamil. Thank you.